Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, we're going to react to 10 exact roles that killed an actor's career. Man, imagine you've gone to drama school, you've done all the auditions, you've found a manager, an agent, you think, you finally built an acting career, and then suddenly one job just tanks the whole thing. I mean, it's got to be... It's almost like grieving a death or something like that.
It's called Zebras in America.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at ill-fated roles that actors were never quite able to recover from. Well, some of these actors had a string of misfires. We're singling out the one role that officially took them off every casting agent's Rolodex.
I don't know if this is a very good idea, Liz. What are you talking about? You stole it.
Sharon Stone, Basic Instinct 2.
I don't like rules.
It makes sense that Sharon Stone wanted to revisit the iconic role that turned her into a certified star, even if the studio wasn't interested.
What's your new book about?
Haven't even seen Basic Instincts. I'm guessing she's some kind of mafia boss or something like that, just from, her appearance here.
A detective? He falls for the wrong woman.
Although MGM pulled out, Stone claimed her contract entitled her to at least $14 million, whether or not the sequel went forward. Notably, Michael Douglas was paid $14 million for the first film, while Stone only received $500,000.
Yes, when it came down to it, I guess my life was more important to me than his.
Douglas opted not to return for Basic Instinct 2, which was produced following a legal battle.
How do you picture it?
The studio would have been better off
Why is she talking like this?
giving Stone $14 million and canning the project.
I do like to take risks.
Instead, they wasted $70 million on one of the worst and most unnecessary sequels ever. 14 years after Catherine Trammell made Stone a household name, the same role killed her bankability.
It's hurtful. And there's some hurts you don't just get over.
Jaden Smith.
Why is everything she says
In that weird voice. It's like she's trying to be sexy, but it's not working.
After Earth.
I can't do this by myself, Dad.
Nepotism is a term that gets tossed around a lot these days, but many so-called Nepo babies have gotten out from under their parents' shadow, forging a unique path. Alas, After Earth highlighted two sad facts about Jaden Smith. One, he's only an actor because of who his father is.
Don't get me wrong. I respect everything you've done. But you have a son in the other room that you do not know.
Two, he doesn't have his father's leading man charisma.
I was not advanced to Ranger.
You were not advanced to Ranger.
I was
What's with the accent? Why are they speaking like that?
not advanced to Ranger, sir.
Underneath this sci-fi film's bland characters and uninspired story, there seems to be an allegory for Jaden and Will Smith's real-life dynamic. The story, which Will devised, casts Jaden as Katai, the son of a renowned military leader who must strike out on his own,
My body feels heavier.
Very good.
proving to his father that he's worthy. All Katai proved, though, is that Jaden's acting career peaked when he was younger.
What happened?
You didn't see that?
Katai, what happened?
I'm fine.
Dang, this looks
No
terrible.
change. I just slipped.
Tom Green, Freddie Got Fingered.
Gosh, I've heard of After Earth and I heard it was terrible, but I'd never seen it. But I don't know what's up with the accent. The story probably actually isn't too bad. It's just the execution. But yeah, Jaden Smith, just do your own thing. Do your own thing. Don't try and be Will.
All right, let's just cross our fingers, okay, Freddy? Let's cross our fingers and hope that I get a job. I'm serious. Just cross your fingers. All right, fingers crossed.
With a character as awful as Gord Brody, one must ponder.
My ear popped. My ear just popped.
Did Tom Green purposely sabotage his career? When he showed up to accept multiple Razzies for the 2001 comedy, Green proudly proclaimed that he set out to win this award.
What in the name of sweet breakfast meats are you doing?
For your information, this is me being creative. Betty told me this is what I need to do in order to become an artist.
It's not as if
What the
Green expected
heck?
or even wanted his feature directorial debut to be liked by the masses. If the intent was to alienate audiences, we suppose Freddie Got Fingered was a success. Green doesn't see the film as a failure, arguing that it technically made a profit.
You want to see what $1 million looks like? Will you keep it down? I have to work and eat. What the hell is that? It's a check for $1 million. I sold my cartoon.
Yet, even Green would acknowledge that the production killed his odds of ever directing another major Hollywood picture. Whether that was by design or a fatality of Green's demented humor, we may never know.
If word of that were to get out, well, I could lose my job. I could lose all of this! And we wouldn't want that now, would we?
Maria Patillo.
You know what? That film looks like the kind of movie that I would watch when I was at uni with my buddies, you know, just maybe after partaking in some. But yeah, I don't know, like it doesn't look like the kind of movie that's going to have mass appeal, but it kind of reminds me a bit of like American Pie, that kind of like teen subgenre.
Godzilla.
I've been doing research for you after hours and weekends for over 3 years. This is a very important job to me.
It was a Godzilla movie so bad that neither fans nor Toho will even acknowledge it as a real Godzilla movie.
Oh,
Fortunately,
wow.
the franchise would recover in time. So would the cast. Except for Maria Patillo, who's best known for playing Matthew Broderick's love interest in the film.
Somehow I never thought your life was this exciting.
You'd be surprised.
At the
God,
time,
this looks
Audrey
terrible.
Timmons seemed like a breakthrough role for Patillo, who was signed on for 2 sequels. While Godzilla 2 entered early development, the studio sensed few would show up, and TriStar let the rights expire. Patillo's career expired as well. After winning a Razzie, Patillo only appeared in 2 low-profile films, both released in 2000. A couple of minor TV roles later, Patillo left acting, becoming an interior designer with her husband.
Is he all right out there by himself?
Oh, yeah, he has a caretaker, his older brother. Ernie.
Bert and Ernie.
You can't make this stuff up.
Clinton Spilsbury.
I never like got into Friends. I tried it a few times because a couple of people I know really like it, but I never really got the humor. Maybe should I try it again, or is it one of those things where it's like Marmite, you either love it or you don't?
The Legend of the Lone Ranger. Some famous characters are better left in the past. The Lone Ranger, aka John Reed, is one example. The role did Armie Hammer 0 favors, although something else killed his career.
Yeah.
Where is brother's justice?
The cannibalism.
I'm not a savage. You are not a man.
For Clinton Spilsbury, the Lone Ranger ended his 15 minutes of fame less than 1 minute in. His 1981 turn as the masked hero will be Spilsbury's first and last film role.
He shines like the moon. Life's silver.
Fans were already furious at the producers for legally ordering actor Clayton Moore to no longer portray the character he originated. Spilsbury was a less than worthy successor, so much that the filmmakers had James Keach redub his lines.
Whoa.
If Spilsbury's lackluster line delivery wasn't enough to ruin his reputation, his unprofessional behavior on set would. I owe silver! Away! And don't come back. Dana Carvey.
Yeah, I mean, don't be unprofessional on set. It's like, you've auditioned for the role, you know, you're getting paid a lot of money. Don't get drunk, don't fight people, don't be an a-hole to work with, you know, just don't be a douche. Is it that hard?
The Master of Disguise.
Sophia, what an unexpected surprise, love cake.
Dana Carvey is a master impressionist.
You are trying to horn in on my action.
But few productions outside of SNL have put his talents to effective use. Following some creative missteps and a break from the spotlight, Carvey returned to the silver screen with a new character, Pistachio Disguisey.
So you want to play games? Let's play games. Who is your daddy?
If you think that name sounds painfully lazy,
I will disguise. I'm master of disguise.
just wait until you endure 80 minutes of comedy crucifixion. While Carvey as a master of disguise sounds promising, Pistachio and his various alter egos possess no charm, wit, or remotely humorous component.
Is this really meant to be comedy? Like, I'm not trying to be edgy or anything, but tell me if any of you guys find this funny so far.
Sorry to all of you Turtle Guy stans.
Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Since then, Carvey has popped up in small roles and brought back some of his classic characters, but Pistachio ended any prospects of movie stardom. Carvey wanted to focus on stand-up and his family anyway. Lindsay Lohan, I Know Who Killed Me.
Yeah, that was weird. The fact it even got made is insane.
You want me to go in with you?
No, it's okay. Probably better go back. It might get suspicious.
Several factors hurt Lindsay Lohan's career in the mid-2000s, but we all know what role killed her career. Aubrey Fleming, or is it Dakota Moss?
Aubrey Fleming, session number 1, 10:30 a.m.
I'm not Aubrey Fleming.
And what should I call you?
My real name would be nice.
By the end of this confusing and unpleasant psychological thriller, you won't care. Lohan doesn't seem to care much either on screen.
It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense to you. We'll put the pieces together.
Sleepwalking her way to more than one Razzie. Over the following years, Lohan attempted to stage a comeback on multiple occasions, although she's never been able to live down her legal setbacks or creative setbacks like this film. Living off residual goodwill from Mean Girls,
Cruel.
Lohan will always have a fan base rooting for her to recapture the glory days. For now, though, Lohan's career renaissance seemingly came full circle, beginning and ending with her playing twins.
Why is everyone staring?
Faye Dunaway, Mommy...
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan, what an interesting story. I remember Mean Girls, huge film. My sisters love it. And it just seems like, I think she got into drugs or something like that, drugs or alcohol, and just career exploded. And I mean, not in a good way. In terms of comeback, she's probably done, isn't she? As an actress anyway. Unless she... Yeah, I can't see it.
Mommy Dearest.
Are you having a happy birthday, Christina, darling?
This is the best party I ever had. I love you, Mommy dearest.
It's not hard to see why Joan Crawford left acting after starring in 1970's Trog.
Not so fast. We believe the Trog could be the connection between the creatures of early civilization and man as we know him today.
Almost a decade later, Faye Dunaway portrayed Crawford in a career-ending turn.
No more hangers!
To be fair, Dunaway still found work here and there, but her career can essentially be split into two eras, before and after Mommy Dearest. Guess which era brought more Oscar nominations?
Times are tough.
Dunaway gives the ultimate scenery-chewing performance in a film that aims for prestige drama, instead delivering campy comedy.
After all those years, I never thought it could happen to me.
While this earned Mommy Dearest a cult following, it's difficult for many to take joy in a film where Crawford repeatedly torments.
It's her facial expressions that are really cracking me up. They're just so, like, exaggerated, but maybe that's what she was going for in this movie. But just like, look at this.
Her daughter. It does so without providing any genuine insight into who Crawford was, damaging her legacy while pulling Dunaway's career down with it.
Where you going?
Sofia Coppola, The Godfather Part 3.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check it out.
Sofia Coppola might have been a decent enough child actor, but...
Yeah, this was pure nepotism. Pure nepotism. I remember her in this movie. She was terrible. Terrible.
Let's be honest, directing and writing were her true calling. She wasn't destined to be a movie star. Coppola seemed to know this when her father asked her to fill in for Winona Ryder as Michael Corleone's daughter, Mary.
Hey.
Hey, cuz.
Hi.
Hi.
Where's your leather?
Ugh, God.
Stop it.
Sophia's casting was the primary criticism surrounding Godfather 3, and while we're not going to pretend it's a good performance, it's not exactly her fault. Coppola had no real aspirations of being a Hollywood starlet. She was doing her dad a favor, and in return, people blamed her for ruining an anticipated sequel that admittedly...
Yeah, that's not fair. If she was genuinely doing her dad a favor, then it's not her fault. But at the same time, she could have said no. She could have said, look, I'm not an actress, Dad. I'm not an actress.
She had other issues. It might have killed any acting ambitions Coppola had, but her filmmaking career was thankfully just getting started.
That you're using me just to pull the strings. To get the money where you want it.
Oh, come on, please.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Marlon Brando, The Island of Dr. Moreau.
I thought maybe it was one of the creatures or something that I hadn't seen that was like a different design, and it was Marlon.
Marlon Brando is one of the greatest actors of all time. He was also the...
Why did he do this movie? Like, you know, I'm just used to seeing him as the Godfather. Like,
Wildest of wild cards.
Streetcar Named
Directors
Desire?
never knew what they were going to get when he showed up.
Oh, my word. You startled me.
Sometimes, his unpredictable, even maddening behavior paid
This
off.
is
Other times, you get Dr.
weird.
Moreau. Following a family tragedy with the death of his daughter Cheyenne, Brando went AWOL with production crumbling to pieces. When Brando finally arrived, he lived up to his notorious reputation, refusing to learn his lines and opting to improvise when he could.
I understand that I must be shocking to you.
Brando was responsible for several other bizarre choices, such as Dr. Moreau's makeup, which he applied himself.
Oh, God.
Brando's career had
This
gone through
is
several
just
deaths and
bizarre.
resurrections, although this role in the cinematic disaster was seen as the final nail in the coffin.
Not to kill for pleasure.
Which career-ending role did you find the most painful to watch? Let us know in the
Weird.
comments.
That Marlon Brando performance just seemed so weird. So weird. Probably needed the money, you know, because the narrator said that he'd been in and out of Hollywood for a long time, but I just think, maybe it's easy for me to say, but if you really need the money, I don't know. I just feel like he shouldn't have taken that role. Maybe he should have gone and done theatre or something. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.